Welcome back to the news at 10. Nigeria Senate President Dr. Bukola Saraki has met with German business community as part of efforts to attract German investments into Nigeria and also improve economic relations between both countries. The Senate President also gave the assurance that the National Assembly is working with the federal government to reduce some of the bottlenecks faced while doing business in the country. Channels television correspondent Linda Akibe reports from Berlin.
Seeking foreign direct investment, promoting improved economic relations between Nigeria and Germany, and drawing more attention to the plight of internally displaced persons in Nigeria's northeast region would be the focus of this visit by Senate President Bukola Saraki and federal lawmakers to Germany. The Senate President and his team meet with the Konrad Adenauer Foundation in Berlin. He tells the foundation that Nigeria is not seeking handouts from Germany, but trade partnerships.
We must look at other markets. We might not be able to guarantee American market. We might not be able to guarantee EU as a market. Bilaterals are now more important.
Despite being the largest economy in Europe, Germany is contending with the problem of an aging population with its impact on its workforce, as well as uncertainties over the stability of the European Union after the fallout of Brexit. The deputy head of department says Germany needs to cast its net wider for new trade partners as an uncertain future looms.
I think we have to get more interest in Germany, for instance, with our business community, to improve and to strengthen their contacts with Nigeria, to improve doing business there, because it is the future.
What better way to learn how to turn around Nigeria's business climate than to meet with potential German investors who expressed to the Senate President some of the challenges they face in doing business in Nigeria?
First of all, the most important problem is the currency exchange problem.
These German businessmen are looking to invest in Nigeria in areas of health, agriculture and mining, but they are setting some conditions, namely reduction of trade restrictions in Nigeria, greater ease of repatriating foreign exchange and equity, as well as removal of double taxation by the Nigerian government. Senator Saraki emphasizes that the Nigerian government is adopting new measures to improve the ease of doing business in Nigeria, one of which is a new visa on arrival policy for foreign business people. From Berlin, Germany, Linda Akibe, Channels Television News.
Nigerian business owners, students and those on medical tourism abroad have in recent times had to contend with challenges of accessing foreign exchange. Now, the inability to access forex also contributed to the increase of prices of some goods and services, as well as difficulty in the payment of medical fees and bills. Now, the central bank has in the last 3 weeks intervened in the interbank foreign exchange market, and last week offered about $100 million for wholesale requests, but those affected want more of such interventions to ensure the easing of forex pressures.
Some of the things I ordered for when I traveled, I couldn't pay for all. I was supposed to send money to them when I came back, maybe through Western Union or MoneyGram. But the trouble that you face in doing one MoneyGram here in Nigeria, man, you need to sleep in the bank. Maybe after sleeping in the bank, they will tell you that there is no network. So no way to send money for those people to send those goods to me.
That's the story of Osinachi Christopher and so many other Nigerians who have had to source for foreign exchange for studies abroad, medical tourism or business. He travels to China to source for fabrics for his customers who are into fashion design. One issue that has affected his business, however, has been the rise in foreign exchange rate, as well as the difficulty in accessing it, leading to an upward review of his price.
Once the dollar crashes, the fuel crashes, you will see these things. Like the materials we are selling at 1,000 naira, and I will start selling at 500. I don't have any option. I cannot delay in bringing my prices down once I can source dollar very cheap.
Terrible.
His wife has also gone through stress to access foreign exchange to send to her husband whenever he's away for business purposes.
I could remember the last time my husband traveled, that was December. and the whole thing was on me because I was the one sending money. Someone had to sleep in the bank just to send money. It was really horrible.
The situation is also same for Ebuka Gerald, who has just completed his first degree in a university in the United Kingdom. He tells Channels Television how long it took him to pay his school fees.
Money's incoming. They send me an email notifying me of my school fees payment. I did not reply to that because I actually sent an email to my dad, and my dad was doing all the processing. But then later, when they knew that it was becoming serious, so they had to send me a letter to my home address, and then the letter still 4 days as well. But then that became an issue. Then what we later did was that the fees actually were actually approved, but at a later time. But what we did was that we actually had to talk to the school and tell the school that this is like the problem we're actually encountering down in our part in Nigeria.
The Central Bank of Nigeria, within the week, intervened in the interbank foreign exchange market for the 5th time in 3 weeks by offering $100 million for wholesale requests. Out of the total offering, the central bank says about $70 million was sold to meet customers' requests for business or personal travel allowances. Since the commencement of the intervention exercises, the CBN says more customers of banks and other business people have been able to overcome the earlier difficulties they were facing in obtaining foreign exchange for their transactions. The concern here will be how to sustain this effort for easy business and personal transactions.
Well, let's take the rest of the day's business news now with Millicent Walker. She definitely will be talking about foreign exchange.
Thanks, Harriet. Indeed, but it's happening in north-central Nigeria very first, where 250 women in Kwara State have received loans between 10 to 100,000 naira each from the Bank of Industry and the office of the First Lady of the state. Wife of the Kwara State governor says the initiative is to assist women support their families. The 25 million naira loan, expected to be repaid in 6 months, attracts only 5% interest and no collateral.
Women from across the 16 local government areas of Kwara State gathered at the banquet hall Ilorin to receive their checks. Beneficiaries, one after the other, collect sums ranging from 10 to 100,000 naira each, an initiative of the wife of the state governor, Mrs. Omalewa Ahmed, and the Bank of Industry. Mrs. Ahmed, in her speech, wonders why women who are known to sacrifice for the home front should suffer to raise funds to grow their businesses. For this, she's grateful to those in support of the empowerment.
I'm so grateful to God for this opportunity is availing to us in Kwara State today, the women of Kwara State. And I want to sincerely express my gratitude to the Bank of Industry for the working relationship with the Leah Foundation.
Please, take this as an opportunity for you. Don't spoil the other's chance. When you have the money, ensure and prepare your mind to pay back. Because this loan money is not national cake. It's not business as usual.
In the meantime, the office of the First Lady of Kwara State insists that there's still a lot to be done for women in the state, especially against the backdrop of the economic realities and the prompt repayment of this first tranche, which will open doors for more women.
So that others will benefit.
Well, right now, let's take a look at the currency market, where the naira is expected to trade within a narrow range in the coming days, with the central bank injecting more dollars into the market in its move to narrow the margin between official and power market exchange rates. The local currency was quoted at 463 naira per dollar on the black market on Friday, weaker than the 450 $1 level last week. Commercial lenders quoted the naira at 305 naira 80 kobo to the dollar on the interbank market, compared with 305 naira 50 kobo last week. And there you have it. That's business news at this time. Many thanks for watching. I'm Millicent Walker. It's back to you, Harriet.
Thank you, Millicent. Now, the human body has a natural ability to cleanse or detoxify itself, but an overload of toxins may turn out to be a Herculean task for the body's excretory system. On our Focus on Health tonight, our correspondent Yomi Otaigbe tells us how to detoxify our bodies.
Individuals going about their daily activities with exposure to different natural and man-made chemicals, radiation, pollutants, artificial food ingredients and other elements, the body acquires more than enough toxins it can handle.
In the atmosphere, there are viruses floating. There are molds. There are bacteria. They are all in the atmosphere. As you breathe, you take them in through the lungs. Now, the body has the unenviable job of getting rid of those toxins. Now, when the toxin accumulation is more than the body's natural defense systems can handle, you need to give it some support. That support is what we call detoxification.
Detoxification of the body comes in different ways, such as regular physical exercise and proper diets.
The best one and the easiest and the cheapest is water. If you can wake up early in the morning, first thing you want to put in your mouth should be water at room temperature with slice of lemon dropped inside it for like 15 minutes. Then you drink that water and allow it run through your system for about an hour, 45 minutes at the least, before you eat any other thing. You can keep the body at the right levels of detox when you keep your eating habits with 20 to 30% cooked food and 70 to 80% raw food.
Now let's see some of the fruits and vegetables that can be used in detoxifying the body and how they are prepared. Our guide is a wellness practitioner, Mehita Bell.
Thank you very much. We are going to be doing a vegetable juice. We have the carrots, we have the green beans, we have cabbage here, and we have the cucumber, and then our pumpkin leaf, popularly known as ugu. We are now going to sieve out the juice. Okay, for this quantity, the green pea, we now sieve out the juice.
Okay, so the juice is ready?
Yes, very well.
Can I drink from it?
You can.
Okay. It tastes nice, but
okay.
Some people may like it a bit sweet. So can we add a little sugar?
The drink is a natural drink, so you cannot add any sweetener. And as soon as it is produced, you have to consume it, so that the oxidation will take place in your body, inside of you. And if for any reason you have to store, then you must store in a glass bottle, properly sealed, and put in a cool place like your fridge, and then consume it within 24 hours.
And here's how to make tiger nut and coconut milk drink.
It's made out of tiger nuts. We have the coconut and the coconut water there, and we have dates there. So you can see the juice being extracted with your sieve and also drink. People who are not friendly with animal milk, you can dwell on this one, and you have a rich source of protein and other nutrients that are valuable to the body.
Diets high in fruits and vegetables are universally promoted as healthy. Adequate intake may reduce the risk of chronic diseases owing to their supply of vitamins and minerals, antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties, among others. Whichever form of body detoxification you or your loved one may want to engage in, do have a prior discussion with a doctor to rule out possible latent medical conditions that may be aggravated owing to a detox. Yomi Otaibo reporting for Channels Television News.
Interesting and fun ways to keep your body clean. Now, still ahead on the news at 10, FIFA bans looms for Mali after the government sacked the board of the country's football federation. That's on Sports News. Please stay with us.